Ever since I started playing Minecraft, I would see people always commenting on videos saying that the Bedrock Wither is the hardest mob in Minecraft. And if you're going to fight it, you're basically going to die a bunch of time and lose everything. So I never really tried defeating the Bedrock Wither myself without using any exploit or something like that. I would always use the end portal or something like that to kill the Wither. But now I actually want to see if is it actually that hard as people say, or is it actually easy if you know how what gear you to use and how to fight it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to find out in this video. And if you also want to find out, make sure to watch the full video and make sure to subscribe and leave a like and comment what you think about the video as well. So let's get started with the video. So the first fight was normal mode and brought 4 full diamond armor and a power 5 bow and a smite 5 sword, netherite sword. So the battle was kind of wide. I didn't like try to dodge all that much and I just got hit a bunch of times, but I didn't my heart didn't go down that hard, and I think it was kind of like a tie with between the thing. If I tried to dodge more, I could have survived it even though I didn't have any milk or any regeneration like golden apples or anything. So yeah, the battle ended with me withering away. At the same time, I'm killing the wither. So I think it's kind of a tie, the normal mode. So yeah, so next I'm going to actually try to do the hard mode now. Okay, so now we are in hard difficulty, and only thing that changed was the I have golden apples and netherite prot 4 armor. The battle was considerably a little bit more harder, but because I had the golden apples, I didn't actually feel it was like that much difficult, because the hearts didn't actually go down, and I could actually like I only ate like 2 golden apples and I could defeat the wither pretty easily. Like it wasn't that difficult. The only thing was like kind of annoying because the withering effect, that was annoying but not that difficult, and I didn't actually feel like I need any milk or anything. The golden apples was all that I needed, and it was considerably more longer. It went more longer than the normal mode. Other than that, it was pretty much the same. I couldn't say that it was actually that difficult. The first 2 times I didn't really think that video was that hard. Probably I thought probably this is because it's a flat world, so I went to my one of my old worlds. In this fight, I had like the best armor, pot for nether armor, and power 5 bow, and the usual stuff, and golden carrots, no apples. But I also had a resistance to beacon, so that actually helped me a lot here as well. Not as much as the golden apples, I should say. I think the golden apples are better, but this also is also good. And I came close to dying, but didn't really die, because if you are careful and like dodge the stuff, yeah, you can actually survive. But in this mode, like, it's not a flat world, so the wither considerably destroys a lot of the terrain, and it actually gets a bit laggy because there are a lot of blocks. So the next time I brought milk instead of resistance to or golden apples, and I think this is actually a mistake, because you have to be really careful when to use the milk, because if you don't have enough buckets, you're going to actually wither away, and if you get distracted, also you're going to wither away. And so yeah, I don't think milk is the way to go. You actually need golden apples, and I think golden apples are much more useful than the buckets. Okay, so the next one I tried was with full diamond armor and a crossbow in hard difficulty. Uh, I would have to say don't use a crossbow if you're not actually good with it, because I missed a lot of shots, and the battle went on longer and longer because of it, and I got wither away much faster because of the diamond armor, I think. So yeah, it's not really good, and I actually died once and popped my totem. After that, I think I was kind of actually good with it, because even though I had the golden carrots and golden apples, yeah, still I lost a lot of hearts because of the diamond armor, and the battle going on much longer because of the crossbow. So yeah, I don't really recommend this setup. Even yeah, I only was able to defeat the wither this time because of the totem popped, and I got a bunch of effects and lots of more hearts. That was the only reason I survived in this scenario. So yeah, also there are lots of blocks and it gets much more laggier the more you continue it. So yeah, don't use diamond full on. I also tried giving the milk buckets a second chance. I thought maybe the last time was my fault, and this time I actually like tried to focus on the milk and didn't really wanted to get my health low that much. But yeah, even if you do concentrate on the milk buckets, it's kind of difficult because you're gathering the wither effect like every other second. So you're going to need a lot of milk buckets if you're going down the milk bucket path. But I wouldn't really recommend it. I think still the golden apples are the way to go, or you need a totem at least, or you're going to die either way and you're not going to see that you're actually low on hearts. So yeah, don't recommend that one. So yeah, this is I'm fighting the wither again using golden apples only, this time with full netherite armor as usual. So I think the best gear you're going to need to beat the wither without like any fear of dying, you need to going to need full prot 4 netherite armor and full smite 5 or sharpness 5 sword and power 5 bow. I don't recommend using a crossbow because it's kind of difficult if you're not actually used to using crossbow. So I think the bow is the best way to go. And yeah, golden apples are actually essential. If you don't have golden apples, at least have a resistance beacon, because yeah, you need to have resistance or golden apples, otherwise you're going to actually die a pretty bad death. And you need to finish the fight quick as you can, because as you can see, the wither is actually destroying a lots and lots of blocks, and you might get a bit laggy the more the battle goes on. So yeah, defeat it quickly as possible as you can. And I don't actually recommend fighting it in the underground as well because of the lag issue. Like there are lots of blocks destroying. He is destroying all the blocks he can, and it's actually kind of becomes like, yeah, I can't even see what's going on because of the lag. And if you can't actually see it, otherwise you need night vision potions as well to see what's going on. So even the Java version, the best way you can fight it is in the underground. I don't recommend fighting him in the underground in this version, because yeah, the lag gets like pretty shitty, like you can't actually even see it what's happening at sometimes. So yeah, don't fight it underground. So in conclusion, I would say that the Bedrock weather is kind of exaggerated in the internet. It's not that difficult as some people might say. I think fear of it actually comes into play a lot. If you're afraid of it, you're going to actually feel like it's much more difficult than it is actually. So yeah, from what I experienced from trying out this all of these different armor sets and stuff like that, it's not that difficult, right? If you know what to expect and what armor to use, uh, it's not that difficult. So I would say if you want to defeat it without dying, even without like dying once, without any totems or anything, you're going to need prot 4 netherite armor full set and smite 5 or sharpness 5 netherite sword and a bow with power 5, which is actually essential because it's the only range weapon that I would recommend. Because the crossbow, I'm not actually used to using it, so it wasn't the best weapon for me. And the trident is actually also not good, because if you throw it takes a lot of time to come back to you. So yeah, the bow is the best weapon, I would say. And the otherwise, yeah, on the other hand, you're also going to need a resistance beacon or golden apples. I think golden apples are much more important than the beacon, because yeah, because the golden apple also gives you a little bit more hearts as well. So yeah, otherwise you're going to get wither away much more faster If you're going to use milk buckets, I wouldn't recommend it because you're going to need a lot and lots of milk buckets, and you're going to be have to be concentrated on when to use the milk buckets. I would personally use golden apples rather than the resistance beacon because the golden apples gives you two more hearts. So yeah, I would personally use that. If you have enchanted golden apples, that would be much more better because it gives much more effects and protection than the golden apples. So yeah, whatever you have, we use one of those golden cards. Not that essential. If you're like feeling brave and want to use golden apples, instead of golden apples use golden carrots, use those. But I would actually prefer golden apples for myself. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, I wouldn't actually recommend any diamond armor because the protection that it gives is not that great. So yeah, netherite would be better. If you don't want to use netherite, you can use diamond, but you have to be much more careful with diamond because you're going to lose your hearts much more faster when you're using it. Other than when you're using netherite, you're not going to your hearts are not going to go down that much faster. So yeah, that's about it. I think from this experience, I think I have gained a lot so more confidence in beating the wither because I feel like the wither is much more easier than I thought in my mind at first. So yeah, hopefully you actually got something out of this video and might feel like you can actually beat the wither as well. So yeah, if you want to be a little bit more careful, use a totem as well. But yeah, other than that, the netherite armor will pretty much do with golden apples. So yeah, if you watched the full video, thank you so much, and make sure to leave a comment on what you think about the video, and like the video, subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.